Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really good Sunday. It's time to stream again, so hopefully we're going to have a good stream. It's chat's choice today, which means that you guys are going to get to pick what we build. But before we do that, I will have some unboxings to show you and some other bits and pieces to walk through as well. Latest PT news, for example. I've just realized this camera is incredibly dark. Let's see if we can't fix that while we're talking live. I have no idea why that camera's gone so dark all of a sudden. Let me see if I can fix that. Hello, yeah, it's really dark. Really dark. I'm pretty sure we can fix it quite easily though. It was not like that pre-stream. There we go. That's better. There we go. It was not like that pre-stream, so I don't know why it's like that. Cordo's got first. He said, hope your life is going wonderfully. It's Sunday, I'm streaming, so yeah, day's pretty good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hugo's here as well. He says, hope to see some cool rectangles tonight. We have some rectangles and maybe something square as well.
Incredible.
Jun, thank you so much for that incredible follow. I thoroughly appreciate that. Thank you so much. So yeah, we'll have rectangles and squares tonight on stream. Should be good. Haj is here. Hey Haj, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Fox is here as well. He says hello all. Hey man, good to see you. Stick it too. Glad to see you here. One King Alert says, damn, you're incredible, Jake. Dude, I am not, but thank you so much. That makes me feel really happy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yeah, should have some good fun stuff to share with you guys today. We're going to start off with a bit of PT news. Hope 75 group buy starts tomorrow, so if you're interested in that, please do check it out. If you're looking for a new 75% keyboard and you're interested in that, I've had quite a few emails and DMs about when it's going to go live. It will be some point tomorrow morning. Please do that. Please look out for that and join if you can. If you're interested in MW Voynich or the Essential Edition of the Zoom 65,
Incredible.
you have until I get to the workshop in the morning to join both of those. Those are being turned off as soon as I get here in the morning, about 8 AM. So make sure that you pick those up if you're interested in them. So those are the two bits of news. In terms of other stuff, you'll have seen the red banner on the website. We have been struggling to keep up with orders. I've been here a little bit this weekend trying to keep back up. The good news is by Tuesday we should be fully back on track. All of the Sagittarius and Cherry and DSA milkshake orders should go out as well by then, and we'll aim to get those back in stock by around about the 1st of May, I think, something like that. So it's going to be a really busy week. Mel's back in tomorrow as well. She's had the weekend off resting with her family, so hopefully we'll both be fresh faced and rosy fingered, ready for tomorrow morning to try and crack on and get up to speed with all the orders. I think a few people are waiting on custom POM plates as well. If you have ordered one, they will anything that's outstanding is being shipped tomorrow morning. Every single one, including the one that we got last night, has been made, has been prepped. I've done them all this afternoon. They're all going to ship out first thing tomorrow morning. So if you are looking for POM plate, we'll be back on track with that. And then finally, I've got 11 customer builds to do, which is going to be my job Monday night and Tuesday night to catch up with all of those as well. So maybe we'll do a bit of a midweek stream as well, where I do some of those builds. Some of them are just at the side of me, so maybe we'll stream them, maybe we won't. I don't know. It depends on how quickly I need to get through them. So there you go. Is a player who only buys ISO hot swaps? ISO hot swaps are the best, man. ISO and hot swap is like, it's like the unicorn mixture of things. It's so hard to get a TKL ISO hot swap PCB. That's one thing I'd love to have in stock, actually. Thank you so much for the subscription, Thoim. I appreciate that. He says, hey Jay, glad to see you've been able to get through a lot of orders. Hope the builds go well. Thank you so much, man. So with the orders, the reason why we're so far behind is because I came back off of vacation. We had 21 group buys that we could readily ship. And 11 group buys that we had. All this was all in the workshop that we had to fully QC before we could ship. So Mel and I tried to do that, and then we also had all of the extras and in-stock stuff that we put in, plus all of the
tasty,
plus all of the mystery desk mats and everything else, which we sold thousands of. Literally thousands of mats have been shipped out because of that. So it was like a month's worth of orders in a week to ship, which has been the challenge. So normally we ship about 4,000, 5,000 orders a month. I think in the past 9 days we've shipped close to 4,000 orders. So it has been really difficult to keep up with. But the good news is by Tuesday we'll be back on track and we'll be all ready and sorted. There was another sub there from Storesness. Thank you so much, man. It says a whole year of a handsome beard. Thank you, man. 12 months of subs. That's crazy, dude. That really is crazy. Thank you so much for being here, though. I appreciate it. Any update on another round of mystery switches? You do sound busy though. Yeah, we're really, really busy. We should be back on top of things by Tuesday. We do want to do mystery switches again. We did a poll in the Discord server about a week, 10 days ago. The response was pretty much overwhelmingly, you guys want to see mystery switches come back. So we will do that. They'll be slightly more expensive than they were previously because we were selling them at a huge loss. We were selling them about like 40% off of cost price when we did last time. So there will be a little bit of a price increase, but we are going to bring mystery switches back probably towards around the middle of May. I think middle of May is where we're going to be. The other thing that we've taken on feedback from is buying switches in packs of 70, 90 and 110 doesn't work for a lot of people. So by the end of May, every single switch that we have in stock will have moved from a 70, 90 and 110 pack down to being sold in batches of 10. So you'll be able to order 10 of every switch. It's going to take us time to unbag all of those switches, count all of the switches and rechange the listings in such a way that it makes sense. But we are going to do that, and it's going to be pretty soon when they're going to go up as well. I hope that'll be by the end of May. So we are going to rechange the whole of the way we handle switches, and then when we do that, we will have a load of bags of switches in 70s, 90s and 110s that we are actually going to use for the mystery switches. So that's where the mystery switches are going to come from. Anything that we've got in stock now or have ever had in stock, that's what could come back with the mystery switches when we do them. Just a couple of weeks away. We just need time so we can put the effort into making sure it's right. IDB 80 hotspot PCB is pretty alright. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a good PCB. I think the issue is it's not like a full TKL PCB, if I remember rightly. Russ, hey man, good to see you. So glad to see you back in the US. Timothy's here as well. He said, "Oh hi." Oasons, hey man, good to see you, dude. Still didn't take long to get the stuff to me, so huge thanks for you and Mel for working your asses off. Dude, we worked so hard this week, like so hard. Normally we do a 4-day week where we do like 12 hours on 4 different days, so we do 48 hours a week each, plus whatever I work at home. This week we didn't. We did like every day, Monday to Friday. It was nuts. We were here for stupid amounts of hours getting through the orders, but it's done. We're almost back on top of things, and by Tuesday we should be pretty much back, so yeah. What's on the desk? Today on the desk we have my Palmetto 60, which we built a couple of weeks ago. Wearing a GMK Bing suit with a Moroti cap. Excuse fingerprints, there's a couple of fingerprints on the weight, but I do like this brushed weight. It's pretty cool. So this is from Carolina Mech. This was one of the friends and family ones. Pretty happy with the board. It sounds really good. And the desk mat is actually in stock now. These are the Huatu, that's HWATU desk mats. There's 4 or 5 different versions. This is just one of them, and it's pretty cool. I really liked it. So, yeah. Have you put the secret TKL on hold? Yeah, lots of stuff's on hold at the minute. Production times are just taking forever, so I want to hold off on some of the bigger projects until after production time comes down. So there's going to be the JO2 that we're going to do the revised version of, which I think we're going to call JO2 Rev 1.
Tasty, tasty.
Vintage Kish, thank you so much, man. I don't know, but we're waiting for that prototype to come in. As soon as it does, we're going to probably do a pre-order for them. So we're going to order, as soon as we've signed off on the prototype, we're going to order a couple of hundred units in a couple of different colorways, blackout edition included, and then we'll allow customers to pre-order them about 4 or 5 months before they're due to be delivered. So when we know that production's going well, rather than let you guys join a group buy. Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk through the subs in a second. Rather than make you guys wait 12 months for a group buy, we're going to do it as a pre-order. Once those start to come through, we do have the secret TKL coming. We also have a couple of other things, like a new JO1 as well. So it's exciting times. Vintage Kish, thank you so much for your 2 months. Golden Ratio, 11 months. Evening all, hey man, good to see you. Thank you so much. I know I owe you screws. They will ship out on Monday. Oasis says, time flies. 5 months, man. 5 months, it's huge. Thank you so much. And PLZT as well on a 3-month streak. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. You guys did a great job. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's Ben saying we did a great job.
Tasty.
It's been super busy, but we're glad to get through it. Winky, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I thoroughly appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Winky says hello, sir. Looking forward to the Milmaxed PCB. Hope you're well. Thank you, man. Yeah, so I have 10 customer orders to do. I talked about this a few minutes ago. 10 customer orders, or 11 customer orders to build, I think. A couple of them are sat at the side of me. Monday and Tuesday nights after work. So as soon as I get back, so what happens is I work until like 6 p.m. I go home, have dinner, come back to the workshop for about 8 and stay till about 11 or 12. That period on Monday and Tuesday nights, that's when I'm going to catch up with customer builds because I have quite a few to do. So yeah, we're gonna crack on with those. NAOS, hey man, good to see you. Thank you very much for being there. I really appreciate that. What camera setup am I using? I don't think I've ever asked. I think we have a command for that. Is it gear? Is it gear? Yeah, there you go. That gives you all of the details there. I hope that helps. The IG story of Mel with the Lego cracked me up. Dude, like, it's been 12 weeks, 3 months since she broke it, and finally on Friday I made her fix it. Like, I said there will be repercussions if it's not fixed by Monday. It's not totally fixed, but she has fixed like 90% of what she broke. When she broke it was actually when we were doing the mezzanine install, so we'd moved all of the stuff from the that couldn't be out in the workshop in case it got dusty into the workshop, including the Millennium Falcon, and it was in here for about 3 or 4 days, and then she just knocked it and broke it, and it's been like that for months. So finally she's fixed it, which means I'll probably start to crack on with the build at some point next week as well. So there might be a stream where we just do some Lego build and then take it chill as well. Do I stream custom builds? Very rarely. Usually it's my own personal builds, but if a customer does pay for the build service to be on stream, and the reason why I charge for it isn't because, like, we charge 35 quid for a build. It's nothing. £35 including VAT for a build. It's quite cheap comparatively compared to other builders. But the reason why I charge to build on stream is an extra 15 quid. The reason for that is because my build queue, my personal build queue, is so long, I have so many boards in it, that if by doing a customer's build on stream, it delays my build streams even longer. So I only have time to build one of my personal boards a week, and if I build a customer's board, it delays me for a week. So there's a little bit like that's the kick, right? I have to have something to make me feel a bit better. So we do with them, and I will build them on stream. £35 off stream, plus another £15 if you want it building on stream. Simple as that. I hope that helps. When in doubt, build whatever you like, except one of the choices is F1ATEX. Always build the F1ATEX. Yeah, well, you guys have got 2 choices today. You guys are going to get to pick what board we do build. I have some things to unbox and show you first, which we'll do in just a second. And then you guys get to build whether we build the F1ATEX in Navy, or whether we get to build the blue-grey house. So, we'll see. All of the updates, Alaric, are on our updates page. If I type in updates, I think that command gives you a link to it, and you'll be able to see all of the details on there. So if you click on that link, and then when it opens up on the web page, you should be able to scroll down until it says keyboards, check on the Cutley link for keyboards, and then use the search function built into Notion. Don't use your browser search function. Use a search function built into the Notion page itself. But you should be able to see Bubble 75 is in shipping to prototypists right now. They've been received at my Chinese warehouse, which means that they, in the very next shipment, which comes I think the 1st of May to the 5th of May, it sets off from China, somewhere in that period, they will then be on the way to me. There's pictures of them being produced there as well that we've had from the manufacturer, so you can see how it's all coming along. So there we go. I hope that helps. What is the plate for the F1ATEX? It's carbon fiber, where I think it's aluminium for the house. I'll show you both boards before we build them, and you guys get to pick it. Do we get to raffle for it? There will be like a poll, so you guys can pick which we build. Yes. We'll do that after I've shown you what we got in the mail day this week. Blue, grey, best grey. I think it's more blue than grey, but it was called the blue grey, so we'll see. We'll see. Singapore, nice Testament, Jay. Thanks, man. I really love this. It's lovely. It's been on my desk for a couple of days now. So, yeah, big fan of it. Right, okay, let's flip over to the camera, and I'll show you guys exactly what I've received in the mail this week. I've received 2 things that I want to share with you. The first one is this, which I haven't actually opened. This is me opening it live on stream. I haven't seen this. I have no idea. I can't even remember what colour I ordered. Oh, let me get rid of this. Yeah. Little bit of a sheet from the... okay. Here we have the board here. So, this is the board that arrived. It does have a Canon Keys logo on it. You can see that there. Any guesses as to what this might be? I'll give you a clue. It's quite light. It's very light, in fact. Very, very light. Ruda, hey man, good to see you. It is the Angel. It is the Angel. Yeah, I can't remember what colour I bought this in. So we'll see when I open it up. And this is blue grey is a Spectrum. It's what I got on the Pro to my Vega. Yeah, I know, I saw it. Blue grey can be really changeable. I have a blue grey Jane and a blue grey house, and I have something else in blue grey. I can't remember what it is. Do I have I don't know. There's something else. I can't remember. Anyway, this is the Angel. Let's see what we have here. So, first things first. We have an isopom half plate. We're not building this today, by the way. This is going to be a future build stream. Oh, it's in a brown paper bag. Isopom half plate.
Incredible.
Ruda, thank you so much for the follow. Looks standard, pretty standard. Very similar to the ones I cut. It's pretty clean. This looks like it's been milled, not laser cut. In fact, I'd almost bet on this as being milled rather than being laser cut. There we go. Nothing else in that bag. What else do we have in here? We have some die cut feet. I would have preferred to have had injection molded feet, but these are die cut rubber, so they'll be okay. They'll be fine. Blue grey JOX, please. Maybe. And then we have a PCB here as well. You can see it's got flex cuts in it. Ooh, the USB's loose. The USB port is loose. I'm going to be very gentle with that. The USB port's just here, but it's not fully attached. It is quite loose. I'm just going to be very careful with that. Pop that back in there, and then we'll see if we can fix that with solder before we do the build, whenever that turns out to be. Yeah, the USB is just a little bit loose. Very careful there. Okay, super glue it. Yeah, I wish, right? Vintage Kisses, have you ever looked at a POM PC plate you received with the board and just thought, I will cut my own plate instead of using this one? Yeah, I have. That's happened a few times. Not because the plates have been bad quality, usually because it's like a universal layout, so it offers ISO and ANSI, and I think, oh, I could just make my own that's ISO only if the plate files are available. So yeah, but if I do, I still have to pay for like the parts and stuff. I don't get them for free. I still just order them like everyone else does. I fill out my own form and then complete it. It's nuts. Keyboard build vote slope, and we haven't actually settled it yet. So
Tasty.
we're just showing. This is just showing off some stuff that's arrived. It's like unboxing of stuff that's arrived this week. So you'll be able to vote soon. Kenaki's logo. I've seen a lot of these sheets in the past couple of weeks. Oh, I went for black. I don't remember going for black. I didn't realize I bought black. But there we go. I very rarely buy black keyboards. But there we go. There is the Angel in black. It's very light. There's nothing to it. How much was this? Is someone receipt? No. I don't remember ordering black. Let me check this. Let me check this. Let me check this. Let's have a look, see. It doesn't say. It says I paid £331 for it, but it doesn't say what I ordered. Did I order black? It doesn't say on my receipt what I ordered.
Incredible.
Oh yeah, okay. So I went for E-black with a POM plate, half plate, ISO. Yeah, okay. So I did order black. Didn't remember doing it. That seems weird for me. This is supposed to be E-black, but it looks more like anodization. I don't know if that's changed. Usually you don't get that kind of sparkle effect with E-black. Usually it's only anodization, but it could be E-black. But okay, yeah, excited to build that at some point. I do have a couple of other boards from Max. He's one of the best UK designers out there, so always got to support him. E-black's usually a little bit smoother, yeah. I mean, I have an E-black board, so we can compare it to that later on, but I don't think I have any out right now. No, I mean, it's not important. It's fine either way. It's black. It doesn't matter if it's E-black or not. But there we go. That's one of the boards we're building. So it's very light, really light. Not that that's a bad thing. Just it's not a bad thing or a good thing. Just something I'm noticing and aware of. Elderrat says, "Hi Jay, thank you for allowing me to trade your money in return for the Gat Oil Blacks. It was very kind of you." That's what a shop is, man. You are welcome to buy anything off the store whenever you like. The store's there, it's not going anywhere. Will, thank you so much for the 8 months of subs. How's it going? It's going well. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm streaming for you guys. I've got a couple of cool things to show you. We've shown one, which is the Angel. I do have some other cool things to show you. I have a prototype next, which was sent to me by Ilum KB. So yeah, I'll show you guys that in a second.
Incredible.
Which is pretty cool. I haven't looked at it myself yet. Haven't actually opened it and looked at it. So I'll show you what that is. Can't wait for what keycaps you're going to ask for a vote for the Angel in the future. It's a future build stream. Right, so this is the prototype I got from Ilum KB. So Ilum KB sent me a shipment of their Nutcracker switch opener, which I've used basically as my only switch opener for years. So the first ever round of that, I use the Nutcracker. I have it in blue and I have it in black. I have one at home, one at the workshop. Whenever I loot my switches personally, which I haven't done for a long time, I used to use the Nutcracker, and that was it. So Louis, he shipped out some Nutcrackers for the GMK Maestro and GMK Arch group buy recently, which are going out to customers now if you ordered one. But he also sent me this, which is a prototype of the Cube, which is his new version of the switch opener. I haven't opened this. It's the first time I've opened it. So you're seeing this with me. Oh, it's bright blue. That's a really bright blue. Prototype of the switch opener. Oh, that's chunky. That's probably as heavy as the board we just looked at, the Angel. That's really chunky. That's really, really chunky. Sponsored by Subaru. Yeah, it's like a WRX version. Oh, that's pretty neat. So it's got magnets that hold it together, and as you'll see, it's got one side that is used for MX switches and one side that's used for KL switches, and then magnets hold it together. Those magnets are glued in. They are held in by resin, which is good. But it does have alignment pins on it as well. Let's try this out. I only have MX switches to hand. The blue's really cool. I'd like a keyboard in this blue. Let's see how well it works. So this is a prototype apparently, and I haven't tried this. This is literally the first time I've seen it. Okay, oh, that works quite well. That's pretty easy to use. These are the blush linear prototypes that are on sale right now. They're in group buy right now. That works quite well. How easy does this come out? That comes out alright. That's fine. Keychron Q1 comes in that colour. Similar colour, yeah. Like, the thing with anodizing is, even if you did 100 of these next to each other, they'd all be slightly different. Some of them you'd be able to see the difference, others you wouldn't, but they would all be slightly different. Anodizations are always slightly different. Can't get the switch back together. There we go. Yeah, let's try that again. That works pretty well, pretty easy. So I think these are going to come soon. I think, yeah, that works straight away. So the top just pops off. It's not like some switch openers where you actually have to like pull the top off. It just pops straight off. That's pretty cool. We'll try use this to replace my Nutcracker next time I loop switches. It's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. I think Louis is going to be selling them soon. I don't know when. You do like a chunky boy. This is definitely heavier than this. Is really chunky. Like, it feels nice in the hand. Like, it feels like a good weight. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did you just lose a step? I did. Yeah, I dropped it on the floor. But I don't need that switch for today, so it's fine. I'll pick it up after the stream. Comes in a cool box as well. I like that. So there we go. That's the right, it does say it's blue on the bottom actually. That's the new Cube V1. So watch out for that soon. Okay. Right then, guys. I think it's time for you guys to pick which board we're going to build today. So I'm going to show you both of them first, and then once I've shown you the boards, you can pick which one we actually do build. We do have a couple of options for you. So the first one is this. This is one of my F1 8Xs. So I have a few of these boards. I think I have 6. But this is the first one that you could potentially pick for us to build today. So we do have quite a few bits and pieces in here. We have plates and PCBs. We will be using carbon fiber fixed ISO plate if we do build this today. So bear that in mind. And this is the board in here. Plot twist, we put the keycaps first. No. Oh god, I forgot how heavy these were. So I did actually sell this to a friend, and then it got sent back to me. But this is the Navy F1 8X with all 6 brass weights inside. This is a B-stock one. I didn't realise this when I bought it, but it does have a couple of slight marks on the side, and it does have like a little sticker pointing to them as well. So we'll take the sticker off and then I'll show you the marks. In fact, I can't actually see the marks. Oh, there. There's a slight mark just there in the light, you can see. That's what made it B-stock. So there we go. This is super chunky. Like, it's really noticeable picking this up after picking up the Angel. This is super, super heavy. But it's a lovely navy blue colour. Almost slightly purplish. But it's pretty nice. I have a few of the F1.8Xs, as I say. And this is just the first one that we will be building. If we build it. If you guys pick it. That's option 1. That is option 1. Option 2 is the house. Now this comes from Monarchy and Lewis over at Hand Engineering. And this is option number 2. I think the PCB and plate are in here. Certainly feels like it. PLZT, very pretty. It is. The GM boards are very pretty.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh. This is the blue-grey house. Aluminium plate. Brass weight. House logo up here with a brass piece underneath it. So there we go. There we go. Those are the 2 choices, guys. So, and gals, you can pick between it. I'm going to set up a poll because I don't think Omar's in chat today. So I'm going to set up a poll really quickly, and you guys will be able to pick which one you want to pick. It's got to be the house. Well, you guys got to get to vote for it in a second. Let's set up a poll. Oops, I wish I could type. I can't today, apparently. Okay, poll is up. You guys have got 5 minutes to vote and let me know which you'd like to see me build. Whether you want to see the Navy F1.8X or whether you want to see me build the house, the blue-grey house. So yeah, you can vote for either or. F1.8X is winning so far, but votes are still few and far between. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to drop my vote in. Okay, sheesh, blue-grey, Winky for sure. This is house for sure. Well, let's see. You guys got to vote. You guys got to vote. Like, let's see how the votes go. The blue-grey, it says vintage kiss. It is really nice. It is really nice color. This one with the Squid Game logo. I think it came out before Squid Game. It's actually the Bauhaus movement that it uses the things from. Such a tough choice. Whichever one we don't build this week, we'll build in the future. So they will both get built eventually. This is what I mean by blue-grey as a spectrum. Yeah, this is more blue than grey, so yeah. Looks beautiful. House. I was about to say understated until you know. There's a big logo on the base. There is a big logo. F1.8X seems the way. Like, I love the F1.8Xs. When I built my first one, which is it behind me still? No, it used to be behind me. It stayed on my desk for like 6 months. It didn't move. It just stayed there because it was so nice to use. Clicking both are a win. Has to be the Star Wars droid over the dubstep. I don't know if I understand what that means. Winky says Corn House. It's split 50-50 at the minute. If it lands 50-50, will you build both? If it lands 50-50, I will flip a coin or something. I don't even have a coin. No, I will find a coin and flip it. what keycap sets are you planning to put on them anyway? So you guys get to pick the keycap set after you pick the switches. So you guys will pick the board, then you'll pick the switches, then we'll build it, and then you guys get to pick the keycap sets. Now, just to give you a taste of what keycap sets we have to hand, we have nice PBT Type 6. We have GMK Firefly, GMK Metropolis, GMK Future Funk, and we also have GMK Hammerhead. So those are the 5 key sets. Oh, and we also have GMK Modern Dolch. So those are the key sets you have that you can pick from if you would like to see that board built, whichever board. But we'll pick the key set after the board and soldering is done. If it's 50, redo. Maybe. Flip a switch? Flip a keycap? We could flip a keycap. We will flip this metal keycap that... in fact, hold on. This metal keycap that Kubicek was kind enough to send me when he sent me the Pandora 60. We'll flip that and we'll see which way it lands. F1AX is the droid. HAUS is like Dead Mouse. I see. Did I get Night Secure? I didn't know. I might try and pick it up in extras whenever they drop, but I didn't pick it up. Was it an F1 ATEX that was the open day victim with the keycap switch hero into alphabetical? No, that was not Vintage Kish. That was actually a TGR prototype, which is still here. Which is still got the it's still got the keycaps in alphabetical order, but that means the profile's all wrong. Like all of the keycaps are in the wrong profile and the wrong shape. But this is a TGR prototype. This is the TGR 03 prototype from a few years ago. And it might be for sale at some point soon. If anyone wants to own a TGR on the cheap, make me an offer. There we go. Polls without me. You weren't here, man. You weren't here. If you aren't here, I can't have you run the polls. But the poll is going, and at the minute, the F1 ATEX is winning. But it's pretty close. Talvin says matching watch straps. Oh, really? You've got the same watch strap? Yeah, this is a cool one. I really like this. It's nice. Nice. Coinstorm, hey man, good to see you. I like Dan's game meme. I think it's cool. It's Omar, this is the one you bought off me. The reason why it's here is because it came to the top of the bill queue when you sent it back. Have you joined any GMK group buys recently? Do you mean me personally? Uncle Pepe? Do you mean me? When did TGR first come out? Oof. The first TGR board I bought was probably 2015, 2016. Maybe 2013, 2014 when TGR started doing things. I'm salty about Metropolis Brand 2. Thought it would come earlier this year. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, the queue is a little bit long at GMK. I know they're trying to get it down, though. Okay, so the HAUS wins by 1 vote. By 1 vote, the HAUS wins. So that's what we're going to build today. I will put the F1 ATEX to one side. And we'll be building the HAUS. Let's catch it with chat just a little bit. Trade you 75% for the TGR. No. You can make me an offer though. Ben says, "Oh, I remember asking about buying a proto a while ago. Well, it's not my proto; it's a TGR proto, so it's not going to be cheap, but it'll be cheaper than buying an actual TGR." My offer will be to stop rigging giveaways. I don't think I'd ever rig the giveaway, ever. Speaking of Pepe, have you seen the GMK Pepe set? Yeah, I have. My keep space, you can see my gear. You've done it with the gear command. There you go. There you go. That's what gear we use. Yes, me. So Uncle Pepe, what have I joined recently? I haven't joined many, if I'm honest. Let's have a look in Key Caplender, and I will tell you. Let me have a look on Key Caplender. I'll tell you what I've joined because I can't remember.
Incredible.
Linear Gang, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. Okay, have I joined any of the ones that are live this month? Let's take a look. Why is this not working? Oh, I had filters on. Why did I have filters on?
Incredible. Incredible.
for some reason, it doesn't want to bring anything up on Keycap Blender for me. Why is it doing that? What the hell? Keycap Blender is just not working for me today. Oh, here we go. Right. It's just been really slow. Okay, I can't remember. Like, I have bought a few of them recently. I can't tell you what I bought off the top of my head. Let me see if I can see what we've got, what we've had personally running. So I do buy from other vendors. I don't just buy from prototypists, but I can tell you what I bought out of the ones that are live today. I bought MW Voynich, which is live, and I bought GMK Cinder, and I bought GMK Hamon 2, and I bought GMK Maroon. Those are the ones I bought this month. I don't think I bought from another vendor this month, from memory, but I do buy from all vendors. Okay. Oh, I've also bought KDS Transmutation, and I did buy GMK Purplish as well, and DCS Reaper, and GMK Cluck. So yeah, there we go. And Milky Way Satellite. I bought all of those for my personal collection. So yeah, I hope that helps. Like I've bought quite a few. In the end, HAUS always wins. Yeah, if you're a gambler, if you're a degenerate gambler, it does. Team HAUS, let's go HAUS. Nice. My second last channel to points tip the scale. Nice. Can we just trade the F1 for the TGR? No. Is this the closest poll ever? No, we've had quite a few that have actually been matched and even, so it's not the closest poll ever. The people that join a decent amount of group buys, do they resell their boards to break even, make a little bit of profit, or do they actually spend like $400 a month on keyboards? I spam Alien, please. I own like maybe close to 400 custom keyboards. I don't have an accurate count, but I have a lot. Like, if you go back on YouTube and you look through all of the prototypist build streams and all of the top crack build streams by me, you will see that I rarely sell. I own a lot of boards. I've sold 4 boards in the past 4 years, and I buy at least 3 a month. Like, it's nuts. I have a lot of keyboards, but then I do sell keyboards for a living. That's what I do. I mean, I don't actually earn any money from selling keyboards from running prototypists. I don't pay myself a salary until next month, but I've run this company for 2.5 years and I haven't taken a single penny out of it. But yeah, I join a lot of keyboard group buys. So there we go. There is. Jim Clay Cluck is a cut above. It's just fun. DCS Reaper is really nice. Dude, DCS Reaper it has one of the nicest ISO keys so far. And GMK Mixlan, which is coming soon, that also has a really, really good ISO enter key. Rodel says, and ever that set comes up for group buy. Which set do you mean, dude? Which set? A lot of people have spent 5 or 6 digits on boards. Yeah, I don't have a pound count. I don't know how many Great British pounds I've spent on keyboards, but I would imagine it's probably more than £100,000 at this point, because I have like 400 GMK sets as well. Like, oh, maybe not 400. I have like a couple hundred GMK sets as well in my personal collection. I have like accessories and keyboards. I have vintage boards as well, which don't count in the 400. I have like a couple hundred of vintage boards. I'm looking because they're just up there on top of the unit. Like, I've been collecting keyboards for such a long time and joining group buys for such a long time that I have 2 or 3 group buys arrive every month or ship every month. So it's really hard for me to kind of give you like a realistic expectation of how people act with group buys, because I'm not the common denominator in this at all. I'm stupidly obsessed with this hobby, like stupidly obsessed. So there we go. Matt says, I know you've been busy with orders from Easter weekend, but what's the QC process looking like on the purple potato? They're close to being done. Yeah, everything should be on the updates pages on Notion, so you should be able to go onto Notion. If you type in ! Updates, it should show you where we're up to on that. I think we gave some rough approximate dates on there when we were looking at the other week, and I think we said the 25th-ish is when we should start being able to count the orders out and start to ship them. So it should be this week coming that we get them. You'd have to have a look. Let me have a quick look on the website and see what we put on there. Updates. Like that's where, as soon as I have new information, that's where it goes. Purple potato switches, what did we say? Expected to ship by the 18th of April. So we're a little bit behind, but that's just because of all of the orders we've had. So it's not going to be too far away. We are on track with them. When am I going to open a museum? I'm not going to open a museum. Here I am thinking I have a lot with my 6. Dude, I can touch 6 keyboards without even banging. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I have 35, 36 within like 2 meters of me. Unless that's within a meter, sorry, like within 1 meter all the way around, a meter diameter. Like a meter radius on the circle. If you imagine me as being the center of the circle, and you go a meter each side, that I can touch like 35 keyboards. It's nuts. It's nuts. I'm very excited for Voynich. Not my usual style at all, but it's a perfect officer. Voynich is so good. It's so good. Just received my first ever prototype for a board I designed, but I posted it on Reddit today and get some good feedback. Nice, congratulations, man. Coinstorm, all updates are on the updates pages. If I hear anything of it changing, it'll be on there first. But my best guess is that a lot of the sets that I've already run add 3 or 4 months onto the timescale that was quoted at the time of the group buy, because that seems to be where GMK is headed right now. There isn't a tab for the Zoom 65 Olivia. Any updates? So Zoom 65 Olivias are pre-orders. They don't class for the Notion, because Notion's for group buys. Group buys and pre-orders are slightly different, so we don't put pre-orders on there. But the Zoom 65 Olivia edition, if you ordered in the March batch, they're on the way to me now. If you ordered in the April batch, they've been delayed by Wook and should ship in early May to prototypists. So that depends on which one you ordered. Can you make a keyboard for? I could do. Can we get a tour of the collection at some point? Maybe I'll do a stream where we just literally walk through all of my collection of keyboards, or some of them. We could definitely do that. What keyboard stands do you recommend? I recommend the ones that we make and sell here at the workshop. I'm not actually sure if we have any in stock right now. Let me have a look. But we do make keyboard stands here at the workshop. We might have some in stock. Let's have a look. Why can I not see it? Perhaps we don't have them in stock. Let me see. No, we have black keyboard ones in stock. Yeah, so we have some in stock. Let me drop a link for you. There you go. Is most of your collection at home or at the workshop? Most of it's here now. There's maybe 10% of it at home now. Any use on GMK Pon? Look up at the updates tab. Pink or navy, you'll be able to see the updates on there. Basically, we put as soon as we have any information, it's noted on there. If it's not on there, we don't have any more updated information. Any plans on offering PC plates? Yes, at some point soon. We will see. Do I mostly go with rectangles, or do I collect other shapes and formats too? I've got Alice style. I've got all sorts of different styles, split keyboards. I don't tend to go for the little tiny split keyboards that just are usually PCBs or anything, but I do have a couple like Sol 3, the VEA, and a couple of others. But I tend to go for TKL, between 60% and TKL. That tends to be where I go for. So there we go. Right, okay, let's crack on with the build, because we've been talking about updates for a little while. If you need updates on any group buy, check on the updates, because that's where, as soon as I get any information, as soon as I read an email update or a Discord message update or a Slack update about any group buy, the first thing I do is put the information onto Notion. If I haven't had any information, it's not on there, then that's because I don't have any information. As soon as I get it, that's where it goes. It's nice to have a little Sunday chat. It is, but we can chat and build at the same time, right? Okay, so here we are going to build the F18X. No, we're going to build the house, sorry. We have the PCB in here. I think that's all that's in there. There we go. Let's pull the board out. Pop the case to one side. Okay, let's take a look at all of this. It is nice to have a little Sunday chat. I hope you and the missus are doing well for Winter's Kiss. I hope you're both really good. See if we can get this in the bin. Any games today? Maybe. If someone asks for a giveaway, we might do a giveaway. No one's asked for one, so that didn't go so well. Okay, so we do have PCB, O-ring, spare screws, spare feet, things like that in there. So that's all nice. We can have a look at that now. Can we have a giveaway? Yeah, remind me at the end of the stream and we'll do a giveaway. Yeah, remind me at the end of the stream we'll do a giveaway. Maybe I don't have one termed, but maybe we'll give away a PT hoodie at the end of the stream. Right, okay, so this is the board we're going to build today. Here it is, the house in blue-grey. But before we can build it, whilst I take the board apart, the next thing that you guys need to do is pick switches. So Omar, if you are around, Omar, hey Omar, if you're around Omar, you need to get ready to do a poll so that people can pick. What would you like me to show you, Ben? What would you like me to show you? People need to pick, Omar, which switches we're going to use today. So you have a choice of 2 switches, and Omar's going to set up a poll. You have a choice of Duroc Pom pianos, which I've just had professionally lubed, or you can pick banana splits. Those are the 2 that I have. These are both lubed with 205 grade 0. So you have the choice of those. They're not filmed, they're just lubed. I do have a lot of these, as you can see. I think it says 420 on the bag. So these are the Duroc Pom piano linears or banana splits. Those are the 2 you can pick. So there will be a poll up in a second. Omar will set the poll up. I don't have a red TGR Alice prototype. No, I don't have a red TGR Alice. I do have one TGR Alice, but it's pink and it's not here, so I can't show you that. I only have the... it's up already. There we go. Poll's up. I'm going to drop a vote in as well. There we go. Right, first thing I'm going to do is, whilst you guys decide on that, I'm going to pop some feet on this. TKL. Oh, yeah, we can show that. Yeah. This is just asking if Omar is any better at polls today. He's not messed this one up yet. I say yet. Yeah, I'll show you that in a second, Ben. It's what we showed a few minutes ago on stream. There we go. This is the red TGR prototype. I did show it a few minutes ago. It's the TGR 03 prototypes. This is the 3rd round of prototypes. There we go. It has box reds in it. I don't know why it's got box reds in it. I didn't build it. And as you can see, at the open day we did, someone put these in alphabetical order. How deep are letters on the weight? They're probably a good millimeter deep. I'd say they're about 1, maybe 1.2 millimeters deep. They're pretty deep. I wouldn't have done them so deep. And I don't think any of the modern boards would do it so deep either. But yeah, I've had this for a little while. Okay, so now we've got feet on. It's time to take the board apart. Okay, Duroc Pom pianos win. There we go, nice and easy. Which screwdriver do we need? Is it this one? Slightly bigger. Is it this one? Yes. There we go. Canon caps 407 would look amazing on that TGI. Yeah. I'd say they're about 0.5 millimeter on the house. Significantly less deep. I don't know that exactly. That's the right thing. Oh, wait a second. The screws at the front have a different size screw. I wasn't expecting that. So they take a different size screwdriver. Interesting. Or hex driver. Have to remember that. Extra security. Something like that. There we go. Now, I don't think we're going to build this. I think this offers both O-ring and top mount, right? Yeah, top mount. I think we're going to build this top mount today rather than O-ring, just because I prefer that on 910s. I do have a couple. Well, I've owned a couple of 910s. I only own one now. So yeah, the weight just fastens in with 4 screws on the internals. Not much to see here. You can see there's got the ledge around the inside edge for the O-ring if you use the O-ring mount. A couple of alignment pins, a couple of spacebar cutouts. Sorry, not spacebar cutouts. Screws cutouts for the top mount. Just nice and simple, really. Nice and simple. There's the Bauhaus weight design logo, triangle, circle, squares on the inside. Yeah, it's pretty standard. USB at the bottom rear. No daughter board on this. Just a standard USB. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. In terms of the top case, again, really super simple. Alignment slots here and here. 4 of those. Screws just to hold in the top plate mount. And then there's the badge here as well, which is probably screwed in. Yeah, it's screwed in by 2 little screws. One here. One just in that hole there, and one in that hole there. And I believe this must be an LED light, I guess. Oh no, it's a screw hole for the board itself. Don't know why I thought that was an LED hole. If it's 0.5 millimeters, then you're confident in anything you made. Yeah, most of the time things like that are about 0.5 millimeter deep. You don't need to go too deep with stuff like that. Okay. Take out all these screws for the top mount. We are going to do this as top mount today. Top mount's underrated these days. Everyone goes gasket mount, and whilst I do like a gasket mount, sometimes it's nice to just use standard top mount. Squid Game board. I'm pretty sure this was designed long before Squid Game came out. Just realised the tan is looking good. I'm not really that tan. I do like gaskets, but I don't see the need to use them all the time. Look, Kish, that's the extent of my tan. That's the extent. I'm not particularly tanned, like there. You can see I had like a watch with a double strap on for a couple of days, but yeah, I'm not particularly tanned. Just a little bit. The holiday was great. The holiday was lovely. So thank you for that. Okay, there you go. There you can see the badge, and you can see the little 2 screws. Just in there, or you could. Just in there. In fact, that's actually loose.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Shadow Fighter, for the follow. I appreciate that, my man. Oh, it's still loose. Why is that the case? I don't think these screws will go any tighter. Why is that loose? Let's take this out and see what we can see. Oh, is that a screw cross threaded? Okay, so the badge is really loose. I'm not quite sure why. Let's see if we can get this to come out. I think the issue we have here is this screw is cross-threaded, so it's not going in or coming out. Can you hear that shaking about? Yeah, I think it does need longer screws. I think what we're going to have to do, though, is we're going to have to drill those out. Okay, not one for today, then. I can't fix that immediately on stream. I don't think using a finer screwdriver is going to help here. I feel like that's going to have to be drilled out. So there are just Phillips screws in there, which is slightly concerning, but okay, we'll finish that off at some other point. But definitely something to bear in mind. But you can actually see the badge underneath. See how it moves? So yeah, there we go. Give it a donkey punch or super glue. We'll see. Bingsu, sheesh. Yeah, Bingsu's cool. Bingsu's really cool. Okay, so we'll have a look at that later on. It might affect the sound if it rattles while we're typing. I don't know. Yeah, it does a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Next job then is to get our switches ready. We're going to have to build this ANSI. The PCB does support ISO, but we're going to build this ANSI because the plate we have only supports ANSI. Let's grab our stabilizers. Beowulfish says stonks. Nice. Right, so we're going to build this 7U spacebar because that's the only option we've got. I do have a few 6.25U spacebars here that we don't need. Okay. We can use full backspace. We can use ANSI enter. We're going to use a full left shift. And we also need the housings for our spacebar. There we go. I finally managed to get a sealed set of FutureFunk today. Been trying to get it for months as I missed the group buy. Nice. FutureFunk is one of the sets we might be using today. No ISO, checking my head. Yeah, well, sometimes you have to go with what the designers envisaged for the board. And the designer, clearly with the stock plate, decided that ANSI was the option for this particular board. So, can't judge them for that, that's just the way things are. Okay, let's get these stabilizers ready to lube. These are Mechanisk stabilizers. They're actually Duroc V2s, but they are Mechanisk branded. We're going to lube them today with Krytox 205 grade 2. That's fine if you prefer ANSI or ISO, it doesn't really matter. I don't like universal plates. I'd rather not use a universal plate. I'd rather build ANSI than use a universal plate, I think. Like, I do prefer ISO, but hey, if the only choice I've got is ANSI, we can go with that just fine. Preference is king, guys. Whatever you prefer, that's fine. Oh, looks like we've got an extra insert out. There we go. Right, get some loot. So this is Krytox 205 grade 2. I'm going to start with the spacebar. Just going to lube up the wires first, and then slide them into the housings, and then we'll lube the housings afterwards. I don't like to over lube the housings, which I find if you lube them separately, it's easier to over lube them. It's always easy to add more lube later on than it is to remove it. So there we go, that's one side done. As someone from ANSI land, I prefer ISO 2, but it's universally sometimes the best I can get. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I always try and make my own plates if I can for a board. Like if the designer releases them, I will usually make my own plates. Like because I've got the ability to make them here in the workshop, I'll tend to do that. Or I'll have some made up in carbon fiber whenever we want to run one of our carbon fiber group buys or something similar. Are you a fan of XHTBDZ? I think it makes lubing stabs very, very easily, but I feel like it overly dampens them to me. So I get why people like it because it does make lubing stabs just easy. It turns it into an easy game. I personally don't like to rely on it, and I enjoy the process of lubing stabilizers 205 grade 2. So it's just preference, but yeah, I have used it. I wouldn't want to use it personally on all of my builds. But if you guys want to use it, that's cool too. There's no rights or wrongs with this. It's all about preferences, this hobby. If you enjoy it, then that's great. So is this a special color or one of the regular Monaco ones? As far as I know, it's just a regular one. I didn't do anything special to get it. I just bought it. Yeah, I have tried 3D printing plates. I don't like doing it. We do a lot of 3D printing here at the workshop. I should get the 3D printer cams back online actually for when I'm streaming, but I don't like 3D printed plates. It's quicker and easier to laser cut PETG than it is to print in PETG or PLA. So I tend to do that if I want that particular material for a plate. I don't think this is a suave blue. It's like a blue grey. Suave blue is very different. I didn't do anything special for this board, I don't think. I've had it a while though. I don't actually remember when I got it. Yeah, I've made polypropylene plates here in the workshop before. I'm not a huge fan, if I'm completely honest. Everyone's allowed preferences unless you disagree. Fair. Almost there with leaving the wires. It's a little bit softer. It mutes out a lot more. It's almost like typing on foam in a way. It's PP. It's a bit weird. They had a separate blue grey for it. I thought it was a normal colour palette. No, I think it's just a normal blue grey. Like, I don't think it's the same as like the Hidaris and everything else. I think they had a separate. This was before they had that kind of standardised colourways that they ran last year in the 3 or 4 boards they did. Right, okay, so now we've done that, we're going to clean off most of the lube on the brush, and then now we're just going to brush very lightly on the sides of the rails. We're doing that on both sides. It's a really light coating. I'd say it's always easier to add more lube than it is to remove it. I haven't tried it top mounted, I've only tried it on pin mount, I think. You'll try it and let me know? Cool, thanks man. I appreciate that. Okay, almost there now with leaving the stabilizers, and then we can get them in the board. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a small amount of lube just into the rear of each stabilizer where the wire protrudes. The reason we're going to do that is because it's going to run down into the stabilizer over time, and it's just going to mean that it's going to take a little bit longer for us to have to re-lube our stabilizers. So they're just going to last a little bit longer in regular use. Okay. And then we can start to put these in the board. So just popping a small amount right into the rear, just popping the brush right down where the wire sticks out at the back, or where the wire is visible, sorry, it doesn't actually stick out, but where the wire is visible. Plugging the butt, I think Alex Sotos calls this. We've done this for years. Okay, there we go. Should be all nicely lubed. Okay, now we're just going to install these in the board. So you're going to pop in the backspace first. Fit in really nicely. Then we're going to pop the ANSI enter in. Just doesn't want to quite clip in. There we go. We're going to pop left shift in. There we go. And then we'll pop the spacebar in. There we go. Time to screw these in. I should really loop stabs the way I do it. I mean, loop stabs however works for you. Like, it works differently for everyone. I've done my stabilizers this way for 4 or 5 years. Wasted Ketchup says, what did I think of the race stage? You mean the F1? I thought it was interesting. I'm kind of shocked by how far behind Mercedes are right now. Lewis just could not get past Gasly all race. I thought that was kind of interesting and wasn't what I was expecting them to be like today. George Russell clearly outclassing Lewis Hamilton this year. So far anyway, at least. Remember when screwing in stabilizers, you don't want to go too tight. I thought Max drove a really controlled race. No issues from him. He just didn't have to do anything really. Charles Leclerc, he fought brilliantly, and apart from his little spin, which cost him at the end, he did pretty well today. Checo Perez drove great. The race overall was probably a little bit more on the boring side, I thought, than usual. Even though it was wet, you usually expect a wet race to be really exciting. This week, not really so much. It's probably the worst race of the year so far, I think. But we've seen worse. We've seen worse. I'm excited for the next race. What do you think was wrong with Hamilton's car? I think Hamilton is what's wrong with that car right now. I think he's just struggling to get it into a window that he likes and can make it work for him. I think him and George are clearly taking different setup guidances. Hamilton's probably taking more risks. That's working less for him than it is for George. But I think Hamilton's the issue, really. He should be next to George, either right behind him or in front of him, and you would be tempted to say he should be in front of George. He's not, which means that there's something wrong with him. I don't think it's the car. Like, you'd never expect Hamilton to be behind a teammate. I can't remember the last season where Hamilton was behind a teammate, apart from when Rosberg beat him in 2016. Like, you know, he just shouldn't be in that position. He's better than that. Even with the DRS, though, he couldn't get it done. Like, he had DRS for 20 laps. He still couldn't get the job done, couldn't Hamilton. So I think it's just a Hamilton issue. He's a 7-time world champion. He should probably have been an 8-time world champion. I think he'll get it. But, yeah, he's the issue right now, I think. It could be just mental. It could just be a mental thing. He's used to winning. He's not used to being in the middle of the pack. Okay, stabilizers all fitted. Okay. Time to pop some switches in the board. Now you guys picked the POM Durox, so that's what we're going to use today. Just going to make sure the plate aligns over these stabilizers nicely. It's a little bit tighter than I'd like. Okay, I think we're good. Let's say these have been lubed with 205 grade 2. I didn't lube them myself. I haven't had time to lube switches for a long time, so these were actually lubed by a good friend of mine, Matt, the Pokemon Kid. He does all of my lubing these days. He does a good job of it as well. He actually has a few more thousand switches to send back to me as well, so hopefully I'll get those soon. And the reason I need those switches back is because we'll be doing the Matrix 24-hour build stream at some point soon. So I have a ton of Matrix Labs boards. We're going to do a bit of a subathon, a bit of a build stream. It's probably going to be next month now, sometime in May. I'll announce it a little bit in advance on Discord and Twitter and Instagram. But effectively we're going to spend a whole day, 24 hours, just building Matrix Labs keyboards. I think I've got 20 boards to build, so we've got plenty there. If you guys make me go on longer with the subathon, I'll go on longer.
Incredible.
Incredible. DMFK, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just a really fine coating beige lamp. You just have to go really careful with it. What are my thoughts on Owl Lab stabs? I think the wires are the best in the business right now. They're pretty good. One board an hour. That's the plan. Yeah, one board an hour. Not sure what you mean by SOTC switches. Sorry. board every 30 minutes. I can't build that quick. Like, it doesn't matter if we don't get through all of the boards, but we are going to stream for about 24 hours, and we will try and build as many of the boards as possible. But I do have like a couple of duplicates. Like I have 2 Matrix MEs to build, so we'll just do one of those.
Tasty.
Josh Joshio, thank you so much for the sub, man. I really appreciate that. He says tasty. It is super tasty. Thank you very much. If it's a 24-hour subathon, you'll come to Leeds. Thanks, man. You're welcome to. Yeah, but we'll do it for 24 hours. You can help. You can like, I was gonna have Mel here. I was gonna pay Mel to be here, and she was just gonna like ply me with drinks and toilet breaks and take over for 10 minutes when I needed a break and stuff like that. But yeah, we can definitely arrange that. It's gonna be a lot of coffee cups, 100%, man. I get through a lot of coffee as it is. I drink a ton of coffee, far too much coffee. Set up a coffee cam. We could have some cameras for when I go get a coffee. Yeah. We could definitely set up a coffee cam. Call it the latte cam or something like that, because I tend to drink a latte. I used to drink a lot of just black coffee, but I haven't done it for a long time now. I find it helps my temperament if I have milk in it. We'll set you up behind the monitor here with a laptop, so you're not on camera if you like. I do have an Ember mug. I stopped using it because I drink coffee too quickly. But yeah, I do have an Ember mug. Just got a black one. I wanted one of the copper Ember mugs I bought a couple of years ago, but I just bought the black one because that was the only one available in the UK. It's actually in the workshop kitchen right now. I have no idea where the charging dock is for it, like the saucer style dock, but the actual cup is in the workshop kitchen. Black coffee just reminds you of the bitterness in the world. True. Okay, almost there now with putting the switches in. And remember, guys, when it comes to soldering, which we'll be doing in just a minute, you guys can tag me at jprototypist and ask any question you'd like. It can be about any topic you'd like, as long as it's stream safe. And as long as I can answer in a stream safe way that's not going to get me banned from Twitch, I will answer any question that you ask. So all you need to do is tag me with that jprototypist and ask the question. It can be about anything. Life, love, music, laughs, history, whatever you want. Topic that you think I won't know anything about, even better, because then it will help me broaden my knowledge. Anything like that you can ask at all. Doesn't have to be related to keyboards, as long as I can answer it in a stream safe way. You can ask any question you like. In fact, ask me the questions you think I don't want to answer, because they're usually the most fun ones to talk through. The Owl Lab stabs sold out. I think we've got plenty more Celestial. I'll make sure that they're back in stock on Monday if we have. Check back on Monday afternoon. We should have them back in stock. I'm pretty sure we still have plenty on the shelf. Okay, so get your questions in, guys, and I will try and answer them. Ask me anything at all that you like. Right, there we go. That's stabilizers and switches installed. Just going to check for bent pins. I'm just literally just checking switch by switch to make sure I can see 2 pins, making sure that we don't have any bent ones. We have 1 bent pin on the Q key. So we'll replace that in a second.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Thoki Kong, for the follow. I appreciate that. I have another bent pin on the comma key. And that's it. Okay, so let's switch out these 2 switches. Whoops. The other one was Q, I think I said, yeah. We'll just replace these switches and then we'll solder them in. There we go. And there we go. Cool, great. Okay, questions in, guys. And I'll start soldering. Okay, so remember, guys, don't forget you can ask me any question you would like. The questions that I prefer to answer, the ones that you think I won't want to answer, those are the questions that I like to answer. So ask away. Any question will go, as long as I can answer in a stream-safe way. What's the answer to the meaning of the life, says Winky? The answer is 42, but I don't know what the real question is. That's your problem. To quote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or kind of quote it. But yeah, I think the meaning of life really is just to procreate and carry on the human race. That's what we were here for. I don't think there is any other meaning. I'm not a religious person, so I don't personally have any faith that I follow, but I don't think there's anything more to it. The same as for any animal life. We're just animals that have developed a higher sense of cognitive function. I don't think there's anything more to life than to procreate and to spread our seed and to make sure the human race lives on. I think the challenge we have at the minute is we're not making sure the human race lives on in a way that's sustainable, and that's the challenge for our generation and the next generations, as to how we fix that. So I think that's the meaning of life. Protecting the planet, making sure that all animal life can continue, and making sure that we can continue as a race. I think that's where we're at. Any more stabies in? Yeah, we will. I don't have any dates. I'm just waiting for the next batch to come through. As soon as they come through, we'll get them in stock. So we will have them in stock at some point. We'll also have more TX stabilizers in stock soon as well. I think we sold 1,000 sets last time, so yeah. How does doing an in-stock pre-order system change the price compared to a group buy? It means that the price is slightly higher because we've had to invest more money up front. But it's no different. I would say doing a pre-order is no different to doing like an in-stock sale almost. Like the pricing's probably going to be broadly similar. It makes things a little bit more expensive because the company as a whole has to do it, but it also makes it a little bit safer because it's not a group buy that you're joining, that you don't know how long it's going to take to ship. You're actually joining something that's already being paid for, already in production, on its way to being made. So I think it's a little bit safer from that perspective. So yeah. That would be my take on it. I don't think that it's ever going to be cheaper than a group buy, unless you're in a position to order a ton of pieces and do them in stock. That's the challenge you have. And this is where you can actually see where the ground fill didn't hit. I don't know what you mean. Next question comes from Lexi. Says, how many people took you up on the ATEX v3.0 VAT offer? How much undeserved flack did I get for the whole situation? So this was a little bit of a weird one. Albert asked me if I could be the vendor for it. I assumed he meant just the UK. I told him if he wanted to get an EU vendor as well, that was fine. He asked if I could sell to the EU customers, and I said I can. He said then he didn't want to use an EU vendor, but that wasn't my choice. I wasn't influencing him, or at least I don't feel like I did. We do have another system coming soon that will mean that it's basically the same as it used to be pre-Brexit buying from us, so which is how we try to treat it. So the system's not quite ready yet, but it's almost ready. I was hoping to have it ready for the ATEX, the Matrix ATEX 3.0 group buy, but it wasn't, and it's still not ready yet, but it will be soon. So what we did is we manually made it like that. Like we literally just said, look, just pay us the duties and taxes that you would pay actually for that board if you're buying from an EU vendor after you've purchased it. So you buy the board and then you pay the duties and tax. Like the actual split between EU customers and UK customers was broadly the same as what it used to be pre-Brexit when we did group buys and we were the sole vendor for the EU. It was broadly the same in terms of the split. So I don't think it affected it. And every single EU customer that bought an ATEX V took us up on the offer to sort out VAT. As far as I'm aware, Mel arranged it, but as far as I'm aware, there wasn't a single customer that didn't take us up on the offer. So yeah, pretty happy with that. It was nice and easy. It make it nice and easy for the customers. They'll have no issues when it comes to paying VAT and imports because we'll do all of that for them in the back end. So yeah, it should be fine. And it basically just means we've gone back to the system we had pre-Brexit. So it should be fine. Should be. The only difference is shipping's a little bit more expensive. That was basically, it's an extra 10 quid for a keyboard or 10 euros for a keyboard. but pretty much every single customer who was from the EU who ordered one, and we sold a lot of those boards, like a lot. They all took us up on the offer. Made it nice and simple for them. Stream did vote for the house. Celestial says, any pets? I do have a pet. I have a dog. Me and my wife have a dog together. She's called Georgie, or GG for short. If you follow us on Instagram, she features on Instagram quite a lot. she's in pictures on Instagram quite a lot. I think we had some stories yesterday when we were walking around the park included as well. So yeah, she's up there quite a lot. She actually got to investigate some geese as well, which was kind of exciting for the dog. And I think she was a little bit scared of the geese because they were hissing at her. The geese had little gosling babies with them, so yeah. What decimat is that from? Thocky Kong, it's in stock right now. This is the Huatu, HWATU decimat. It's in stock on prototypist.net right now. There's 4 different versions. This is one of them. I think this is called Full Sun, but I think there's 3 other versions as well that's slightly different. Lex says JO2 V2 close to happening. Really would like another. Yeah, so the group buy is literally. Well, we're not going to do it as a group buy. We're going to do it as a pre-order. The prototype is currently pending from the manufacturer. As soon as I receive that and we sign off on the prototype, we'll get a few hundred units ordered in a couple of different colorways. And then when they're 3 to 6 months away from being ready to ship, rather than like the usual 12 months for a group buy, we'll open up pre-orders. So we're going to heavily invest in getting the JO2s back. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. So it's not too far away. It's a little bit further than we wanted because we're still going to do the Blackout Edition. That's going to be one of the colorways that we're going to offer. But we did want to redesign the JO2 from the ground up. So yeah. The new in-house designer. Just got a few things to do, and then we'll make some announcements on it pretty soon. Excuse me. Waiter Ketchup says, what do you think about the development of AI and the integration of smart systems, AI increasingly into daily life and taking over human tasks? I think that it's an interesting point, Wasted Ketchup. AI, to me, is the first manufactured step in evolution. So evolution is a natural process, but at some point it is going to become designed in terms of where we go by humanity as a whole. And I think that AI is the first step in that direction. It's the first step towards a singularity and everything else. And I think we have to develop AIs and rely on them for the betterment and the future of the human race ultimately. There's going to be a lot of times that we're going to need artificial intelligence to help protect us from certain threats and certain planetary changes and things like that, you know, especially when you consider asteroids and stuff like that. So I think that we absolutely have to develop those. I think that using them in day-to-day life is going to become key, and they're going to interact with us in ways we don't imagine yet. Like if you've ever watched the film Her, then you'll kind of understand where I'm going with this. Like I think it's going to change quite drastically how humans interact with the world around them. But I think it's got to be done in the right way. There is a danger to it, there is a risk to it, and we have to make sure we do it in the right way. Did we not put a switch in Spacebar? We never put a switch in Spacebar. I have to get another switch out. So I think it's an interesting one. I think it's one that's worth bearing in mind. I don't think we'll see it in our lifetimes, but I think we'll see it in our children's lifetimes, so our grandchildren's lifetimes. I think that's when we'll start to see it actually truly become a thing. But we just have to be careful and make sure we do it in the right ways. Oh, dark red parts in the PCB. Oh yeah. There you go. You can see up close. Right, one more switch. Spacebar. How did we miss that? How on earth did we not put a switch in Spacebar? There we go. How difficult is it to choose products for in stock? Like, do you have difficulties judging which products are going to sell well enough? Like it's a learning process. We buy products based on consumer demand, what we think the market is going to head towards, current kind of trends, and a number of other things as well. What's historically sold well versus what's historically sold poorly. it's really difficult to say because things happen where we've had desk mats, where we've had like a design of a desk mat and it's sat in stock for months and months and months and months, and then all of a sudden it's appeared on some stream or in some video, and then it just sells out instantly. And it's really difficult to judge whether something like is going to happen or not. So we tend to work with designers that have successful projects. We recently worked with a keyboard designer, and the last 3 or 4 projects of theirs haven't worked out so well, so we're not working together anymore. But other designers are coming along and their projects are working out super well, so we're working with them a little bit more. It really just depends on whether the products are hitting for the market or not, and it's so difficult to say whether they will. And it's not a personal thing, it is all business, so it just really depends. It's not an easy question to answer, and a lot of it's just gut feel. Excuse me. Okay. What was the deciding factor, turning point that made you quit your job in banking to take this up full time? So what made me quit the job at the bank? So I wasn't really in banking. I was more in technology. A multitude of factors. So I'd been in that role for 15 years. I used to think that I loved what I did for a living. Turns out that I was just good at it, and I liked being good at something. When I set up Prototypist, it was supposed to be kind of like a side of desk thing, not like a side hustle, because I haven't been paid a penny since Prototypist started. Like, I haven't taken a penny out of the business. It's never paid me a salary. It's never paid me a dividend. I've never been paid anything out of the business at all. That is changing next month, and I'll talk about that in a second. So it was just like something fun to do for my hobby, and to try and express that, and to try and bring stuff to the UK that wasn't there. Brexit was looming, and I knew that was going to be a challenge, and it was kind of like, how can we help the UK community? What can I do to bring stuff to the UK, and how can I get my own designs, my own things, my own products that I want to create out there? So that was where Prototypist started. It started to take off and become more than I could handle from a day job. So we then took on 2 members of staff to begin with, which was Mel and Sharon. Mel works here at the workshop. Sharon does a lot of the bookwork in the back end. Then I kind of had a realization with the pandemic starting that at the bank I wasn't truly happy. I moved away from some of the projects I'd historically worked on to some stuff that I wasn't particularly keen working on, and it just made me realize that I didn't enjoy being good at it anymore. I didn't enjoy it too much, and that started to reflect in the work I was doing. In the end, a lot of redundancy opportunities came up, and I pushed for it. I was like, look, just make me redundant. I've been here 15 years. I've kind of done my time. Why don't you let me go? They did, and then my first thought, though, was I was going to take a job. I applied for some other jobs. Thank you, Keep Goblin, for this Prime subscription as well. Thank you so much. So I applied for some other jobs. I applied for a job at Lego. I applied for some jobs elsewhere. I was contractor on day rates. I was offered a couple of them. And then I just decided to run this and take this full time. And then as of next month, as of May, I will actually be taking a salary out of Prototypist. So I will be earning £11,000 a year, which is significantly less. It's like less than, well, it's way less than 10% of what I used to earn at the bank. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. It's going to be an interesting time. So yeah, that's what changed. Just literally natural life changes. Now my thought is that keyboards aren't going to last forever, but how do I make sure I don't have to go back to that corporate grind? That's the challenge for me for the next couple of years. Keyboards are going to be around for a good few years, 4 or 5 years. I'm hoping Prototypist will be at the center of that for the UK. After that, and keyboards start to dissipate, change, business changes, I change, priorities change in life as I get a bit older, because I'm nearly 40 now. Maybe we'll do something different. I just want to make stuff now. That's what I want to do. I just want to make stuff. But hey, it is what it is. Excuse me. MX Master Pog, good to see some West Yorkshire keyboard representation. Yeah, here I'm from Leeds. I'm literally from the centre of West Yorkshire. But yeah, that's where I am. Who's the new in-house designer? At HAUS. Dude, you know who it is. Just make Ultron. What could go wrong? True. Sounds like transhumanism. Yeah, that's kind of like where I think we'll probably go. I think in the future, I think the singularity is coming. Transhumanism will happen. It will be a natural step in our evolution. Whether we retain flesh and blood bodies will become a personal decision, I suspect, in the next few thousand years. I don't think it's immediate. I don't think it's in our lifetimes. I think we'll get closer to actually having artificial intelligences run things for us, like things like in simple ways, like with self-driving cars and things like that within our lifetimes. But to actually change how we interact as a population will be a little bit further afield. We're looking to have prototypes. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. Agree, even from South Korea. Thanks, man. We ship a lot of stuff to South Korea, weirdly. The reason I asked is that I spent the last 10 years working as a corporate banker for 2 large American banks and thought what I was always wanted to do. Moved into consulting at a big 4 firm in January, and I'm so relieved I moved. Yeah, so I was like a program manager. Prior to that, I was a product owner, and prior to that, I was a project manager at the bank I worked for. So I was always in tech and in deployments of large-scale projects, and these were huge projects, like tens of millions of pounds worth of projects at a time. So probably over 100 million over 3 years, sort of kind of level of projects. But yeah, I'm glad that I moved. Ben says, what formal qualifications do I have? I left school during my A levels. I have 7 A levels in a few different things. Went pretty much straight to work. I had my own pub for a couple of years. That didn't do too well when the smoking ban came in. I went to move to work for the bank in 2004, I think it was, maybe 2004. Just as a stopgap, found some kind of roles within the bank I wanted, worked my way up. The bank actually put me through doing some qualifications there, so I now have an MBA from Manchester. So yeah, that's about it. Which is kind of like one of the top end degrees you can get for business. But I haven't used it in anything since. I should have worked in a bank instead of healthcare. I think that you should work wherever you want to work. Just because I worked in a bank doesn't mean say anyone else should do. Like, it worked for me, and I learned a lot, but I don't know if I'd ever go back to it. Shouldn't you allow yourself a regular salary at least? I'll be paying myself a salary. I'll be paying myself basically the lowest amount I can pay myself legally. So there comes a point in a business when you start to make a profit that you have to pay your directors some sort of payment. I mean, you don't have to. There's rules around it, but basically the easiest way is that I need to pay myself some money, so I'll pay myself the minimum I possibly can, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Wow, this is a topic of change to come back to. Yeah, like we just kind of got onto this. From Dewsbury, living in Bradford with my partner now can be a pain for shipping when you're looking for stuff. The workshop here is literally in Bradford. If you know Bradford, if you know where the Toby Carvery is on Ruley Lane, opposite the Asda and near the McDonald's on Ruley Lane, top of the M606, that's where Prototypist Keyboard is. That's where I'm sat right now. You can Google Maps us and you'll see exactly where the workshop is. So if you want to come in for a coffee, you're more than welcome to Keep Goblin. As you may move away from keyboards in the future, can you start making coffee related tools and utilities and lots of prototypist mugs? We have prototypist mugs, we do have them. And I do have some things that I've arranged to be made for coffee. So, yeah. Partner with Hebe on coffee pour-overs? Maybe. We actually have some coffee tools that I'm having made that are prototypist branded, just for me though, not for sale. Yeah. We'll buy Keeb-themed coffee stuff, absolutely. 7 A levels. The average is 3, 4, maybe 5 max in most schools. So when I was in school, I did my A levels over 2.5 years.
Incredible.
It was the year before they brought out AS levels in the UK, which is like a half A level. I went to a private college called Notre Dame Sixth Form College in Leeds, which is just next to the university. And yeah, we did 7. So hold on, let me see if I can remember them all. So I did math, further math, physics, classical civilizations, law, computing, missing one, general studies, which I don't really count. There's one more missing, classical studies, and Latin. So there you go, that's 7. I don't own the Asda. Why would I own an Asda? Gouty J works in McDonald's, confirmed. Do you know, I did used to work in McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's for 3 weeks when I was 16-ish, 17-ish, something like that, and I hated it. I used to work, if you've ever been to Leeds, I worked at the McDonald's that's at the top of Briggate in Leeds, and it was horrible. It was horrible. Worst thing I've ever done. But yeah, banks are overrated, to be honest. I think community needs banks. It's a difficult one. Like, society wouldn't have progressed if we didn't have banks, but banks aren't necessarily the best thing for society. It's kind of like a weird kind of situation. But yeah, banks have driven a lot of change over the years and a lot of technological change as well. Ice Keeps, hey man, good to see you. I know I need to do some stuff for you. A bit Monday morning, I'll get to it. I don't know why you think I own the Asda, Alaric. I really don't. Would love to have a keyboard shop close. Nice. Will says, is the acoustic slatted wall behind you? How was it to install and are you happy with it? Looking at something like this for behind our TV. Yeah, really happy with it. It's called AcuPanel. It was like £100 per panel. They're 60 centimeters wide and 2 meters long. It took me 90 minutes to install 5 or 6 meters of it along the wall, and then 2 meters down this wall. So it was next to no time at all to install. Really easy. I'll see when I have a Friday or something off, finishing training with a new job. Yeah, more than happy to pop in. More than happy. Oh gosh, don't take me back to Latin. I have no idea what that means. Like, just because I did Latin 20 odd years ago doesn't mean I remember any of it. They'd be like trying to put a physics exam in front of me. I'd have no idea now, but I did it a long time ago. What's your master's in? I don't have a master's. I have an MBA. It's just a particular type of qualification. It's not a standard master's. It's an MBA, but it's basically in business. You can search it. It's Manchester University MBA, and that'll give you details of the course that I did. Let me see if I can find it. It's going to be a shit link. I apologise, but this is what I did. The Alliance Manchester Business School. It's not like a normal master's. It's just it's really weird because like, you have masters in degrees, but it's Master of Business Administration. It's not quite the same as a master's in other topics, but you can find all the information on there. And I did that, I want to say 5 years ago now, I think, something like that. Cool. There we go. A lot of it was based on work-based placements. Based on work-based placements. I don't feel like I earned the qualification in some ways, because the way they do it through business, when you're actually working through business, is a lot of what you do at work qualifies you for certain parts of the credit. And because COVID hit at the same time as I was doing it, I don't really feel like I earned that qualification. I mean, it isn't it? It's called a Master of Business Administration, but it's not actually a master's in the same sense as a master's is. But yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, go read up on it if you're interested. Ways to catch up. It's something I don't really think about. Right, back to the build. So we haven't tested the PCB yet, so let's do that. Let me quickly load up Via, because I'm pretty sure this keyboard should be in Via. When that loads, you should be able to see it. Okay, right, let's plug this in. And then you should be able to see this pop up, I think. Here we go. Yeah, so it's using the HANA 65 PCB. Cool, right, so what layout have we got? We've got the standard left shift, yeah, okay. We're using the 7U bottom row, so let's change that. Layouts, using the 7U bottom row. That's on there. We're not using ISO, we're not being, yeah, okay. I'm using the 2U backspace. There we go. So that's the layout we're using. Let's flick over to the key tester, test the matrix, and make sure everything works. Wait, did we miss a key there? Yeah, it's working. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, wait. Seems like that column is having some issues. Okay. Perhaps it was just resting on something strange on the desk mat. Okay, looks like it's all working so far. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Next job is to pop the assembly in the PCB. Let me just get rid of Via. There we go. Redeem coffee check. No coffee today, I'm afraid. No coffee to check today. So we're just going to pop this in here. Almost here for the next pull. He's a good guy, really. Should have tested before soldering, I think. Yeah, it's fine. I think I tested it when I picked the board up, to be honest. So I was fairly confident that it was going to be okay. UK had smoking bans in pubs in 2004. I can't remember what year it was that it came in, but it was whilst I was working in the pub, which was whilst I was at college, yeah. There should be a poll for Jay to test the PCB beforehand. Usually I test them before the stream, so it's rare that we get to this point and I haven't tested. Wait, what's... Oh, do you know what we have messed up? We have made a mistake here. Okay, so... I'm going to have to take a break and move away because I'm going to have to do something for a minute. But let's see if anyone can guess what mistake we've made here. We're going to use this top mount, yeah. Can anyone see what mistake we've made on this? Whoops. Can anyone see the mistake we've made here? Can anyone see the mistake? It's not the bottom row. Ben's got it. Yeah. Badge, top right corner. Yeah. I'm going to go desolder that switch. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. I'm just going to put the starting soon page up, but we're back in 2 minutes. I'm going to heat up the desoldering iron and we'll be back. Whilst I'm away, Omar, I want you to run a poll for the keycap set that we're going to put on this board. So I'm going to be away for 2 minutes while I desolder that switch. Omar is going to set up a poll and you guys are going to be able to choose from a few different keycap sets. You're going to be able to choose from GMK Metropolis, GMK Modern Dolch. That's 2 options. You're going to be able to choose GMK Hammerhead, GMK Firefly, GMK Future Funk, there are your choices. So those are your choices. I'll try and lay them out so you guys can see them. I'll be away for just a couple of minutes while whilst I check on getting that desoldered. As you can see, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit easier. But you've got GMK Hammerhead, GMK Metropolis, GMK Firefly, GMK Future Funk, or GMK Modern Dolch. I'll let you guys pick, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Omar's going to get the poll up. Yeah, and I'll be back super quickly once I've desoldered that single switch. Can't believe we did that. How silly was that? Oh well. Anyway, I'll let you guys vote. I'll be back very, very shortly.
Incredible. Incredible.
Okay, guys, I am back. I see the polls going. Let's see what you guys pick. The switch is desoldered, so it should pull straight in. There it goes. Fixed. Nice and simple.
Incredible.
Right. Let's see what you guys are going to pick. GMK Firefly is storming into the lead. I'm surprised that that's so far ahead. Do you ever like the badge problem solved? No. That's not it. Ever thought of stocking JTK trays? We've looked at NAOS, but they're really, really expensive to ship. So It just means that we basically have to sell them for a loss, because otherwise they're so expensive it's not worth doing them. Wonder why it's so far ahead. Did someone influence the poll? Who's rigging? Jay secretly screaming into a pillow over his mistake. Nah, not really, Hams. It took 2 seconds to fix. It took 2 seconds to fix. I just needed to wait for the desoldering iron to heat up. That was the longest part of it. It won't be the first time I solder a switch in the wrong position, and it won't be the last either. They are nice, I agree, Ineos. They're just really expensive to ship for what they are. Like, no one wants to spend 30 quid shipping something around the world when it costs 12 quid. It's really difficult to justify.
Incredible.
Vidora22, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, so there we go. That's all now screwed together. It's looking good. Time to pop it in the case. And then we can pop this case screws back in. And we have to make sure we get the USB aligned here. There we go. We'll put the 2 front screws in first, and then the 2 rear screws. That's 1 in. That's 2 in. I'll change the screwdriver. This will be number 3. And then number 4. Why is chat paused? There we go. How often do I get a low battery message for the MX Master 3? Not very often at all, to be honest. They last pretty good. We've got one here and one in the workshop. They last really well, to be honest with you. They last a good month or 2 at a time. Where did I buy my keycaps containers from? I bought a couple of thousand of them a few years ago. I can't remember exactly where I ordered them from, but it was some UK online store. But I got them a few years ago. Right, there we go. Okay, so you guys picked GMK Firefly. Now I do have a couple of extra kits for this. I have the D-Accent kit, the numpad kit, which we don't need, and the Nordic kit. So I can put UK keys on this if we were building a UK ISO, but we're not. But we do have the D-Accent kit, which you might want to use. Okay. I'm just going to start popping the keycaps on. There we go. Why won't you go on? There we go. I think we need 1.25 U keys today. There we go. Would last longer if I turn it off when you're not using it. I never turn it off, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think there is an accent enter. I don't know if we want to use accent enters or not. I think we do have an accent enter for it. Yeah, we have an accent enter and an accent escape. We'll keep them to one side just in case we do decide to use them. Which keyboard does Mel favour use? She prefers a TKL, so we usually have a TKL on the desk. The one we've been using at the minute is the Matrix ATEX V3.0 prototype, which we built a few weeks ago on stream. That's been sure I've got the wrong key here. That's been on the desk for quite some time. A little bit longer than we normally have it on the desk. Okay. that's the right key though. I charge mine relatively frequently, but I use Bluetooth and wireless dongle for PC switching. Yeah, we charge them like once a month. We just leave them on charge overnight when we need to, and then when we come in the next day, it's all fine and dandy and it's back to normal. When was the last time I charged it? Quite a while ago. I don't remember. It's that long ago. Like, it must be like at least a week or two. Some good progress here. It's looking good now. Still need to decide what we're doing for enter. Whether we're going to go for the accent or the normal key. Decide that soon. Wrong way. That way. Oops. There's quite a few of these keys that we just don't need now. I can't even remember, to be honest. I run a G Pro supply for my PC and I charge it every couple of weeks. Nice, I haven't used that mouse at all, so I have no idea whether it's any good or not, but I will take your word for it. Do I have a favourite keycap set? I have a lot of keycap sets that I like. I'm not sure if I qualify those as any of those as my favourite. This is the first time this keycap set's been used actually. It's never been on a keyboard before. Or at least not to my memory. That's from the international set. It's from the Nordic kit because it's from the Quartz base kit. There we go. Whoops. Hey Kobe, thanks very much for being here. Keep up sorting ASMR. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. We're almost there now, though. We might have to have another poll, Omar, if you're still around. And you have a chance to set up a poll for us. And that poll is going to be, do we use accent, enter, and escape or not? Angry Alt-GR, much better key. Better to use that where we can. Okay, thanks, Omar. I think that's all we need. So Omar's going to set up a poll, and he's going to let you guys decide whether we stick with the keys as they are, or whether we use the blue or the accent enter and the blue or the accent escape. So we'll do a poll for that, and we'll see what you guys pick. Excuse me. Is the F1 raw? I do have a raw F1, yeah. Rig it. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna have a vote. Let's see how it comes out. The F1 isn't raw, no, it's a navy one, but I do have a raw F1 ATEX with a polycarbonate bottom, and it's just on my shelving unit over there. If you want to see it, Kobe, you can ask, and I will show it to you. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's quite even between whether we use accents or not. If it's a split, we'll just use an accent on escape, and we won't use one on enter. So let's see. If it says accent, we'll use both. If it says blue, we'll use no accents. And if it's a joint 50-50, we'll use an accent just on escape. The case fits really well with the colour set as it is. Well, you guys need to vote for it. No accent. Get your vote in, Adam. Get your vote in. Did I leave it raw or did I treat it? I just brushed it. So yeah. The accents with the colour of the board, no. Well, let's see how people vote. It's still 50-50. But there's plenty of time left to vote. But no, I didn't treat it. It's still raw. I will treat it when we finish with that board, because there is a few things I want to do to it. I'm probably going to do a workshop stream where I actually modify the case a little bit more for the polycarbonate base and raw aluminium topped F1 ATEX. So that's something to work on in the future. If it's split, there needs to be another poll. There will not be another poll. Not today. We've done enough polls today. Okay. I'm gonna have to put all of these keycap sets away tonight as well. Normally I'll leave it until Monday, and then Mel has it going. I'm leaving the office a mess. Do I have a favourite keyboard build I'm using right now? Probably my derivative from Justin. That's really, really good. I've also been using the Palmetto, which is this board up here in the top corner, a lot as well. But I have so many boards I can't pick one. Korean boards so good. I think there's some bad Korean boards. There's some good Korean boards. It really depends. There's good boards from all the way around the world. Any boards I regret buying? Yeah, I regret joining the Dora 67 group buy. That was just a shambles from beginning to end. Yeah, so I regret buying the Dora 67. I've still never built it. I've had the board for 4 years now. I've never built it, and I don't know if I ever will. Simple as that. But I wouldn't sell it because I feel like I was passing on something terrible to someone else if I sold it. So Dora 67 is the only board that I will maybe never build. Right, okay, so you guys have voted for accent keys. So we're going to put the accents on. And there we go. That is the blue-grey house with GMK Firefly and accents. You wasted so many points. It's not a waste. It's not a waste if you enjoy it, Ben. It looks so good. This actually looks really nice. Should we do a little bit of a sound test, see how it sounds? Let's see how this sounds. I'm gonna pause the music for a minute. Alright, getting ready in chat to let me know what you think to the sound, guys. I want to hear you. I want to see chat. When I type on this, I want you to just put one word describing what it sounds like to you in chat. I don't want to see thok or clack or anything like that. Put one descriptive word that it means to you when you hear this, when we type on this. Go for that, guys, okay? Got it? Good. What do you think, guys? I think that sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that's come out. It sounds pretty much how I expected it to. It sounds exactly like a 910. I didn't expect it to sound any different. It's quite stiff because I've done it top mount. It's like the low-pitched version of the noise you hear when you pick up studs in the Lego game. That's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty good description. Raindrops, that's pretty cool. Sharp, yeah, I agree. Clacky, I think, yeah, maybe. Lego character builds object. I don't think that's one word. I don't think that's one word. Everyone's saying Lego though. Maybe. Bruh. That's good. Marbles. That's good descriptive game. You always nail your stabs first try. It's impressive. Right. Okay. So the thing with stabilizers is they always need tuning later on. They're only going to ever last for like 6-8 months at most if you use the board a lot. You're always going to have to retune them later on. Because of that, I don't ever expect to get stabs right first try, but I have done so many builds. I've built thousands of keyboards now, like literally thousands of keyboards I've built. So you get to a point where you just kind of know what it needs on it and how good it is. I use the OWL stabilizers a lot. I use the Duroc V2s a lot, so I kind of just have a good feel for where they need to be. It's not perfect, it never is. I could get them better, but for the amount of use a lot of my boards get, they're good enough, and this sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. The Duroc Poms sounding pretty good, better than I was expecting them to be honest. I think this sounds nicer than I was thinking it was going to be, but it's come out super nice as this board. Look how nice this board is. Look how nice that is. I'm not sure on the accents. I'm just going to change the accents. You guys picked wrong. The accents look wrong. I'm going to change this. I'm going to go against what you said. Oops. Help if I don't actually damage the board. And he says, wow, rigged. It wasn't rigged. I did what you guys asked. I'm just changing it now. I think you were wrong. I think this is going to look nicer. Oh, wait. Do I have an artisan that we can use? Not hand. There we go. I think that actually looks better. I do think that looks better. Just change the keycap set while you're at it. Not the first time. I'm not doing that again. Not again. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I mean, it feels and looks and sounds very similar to my 910. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, though. It's come out really nice. Do need to fix this badge. So for those of you who weren't here or don't remember, the badge is slightly loose inside. I think the screws need drilling out, and then we can replace the screws and maybe fix it properly. Maybe epoxy it in if we need to. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Let's come out. Blue-grey house with GMK Firefly. Retap the hole. I could do, yeah, just slightly widen it, maybe 0.5 mm for a different screw. So instead of using, I think they're M2, we could use M2.5s. That's potentially an option. Yeah, we'll see. But there we go, guys. That is the board for today. And that's the build stream done. Jay, do you think you're bigger holder than Weigel of June? I don't know what you mean by that question. I really don't know what you mean by that question, Cubby. Do you mean my collection? My personal collection? I don't know how big his is. I have no idea who he is. I have a lot of keyboards, like 400-ish, plus vintage boards, plus prototypes and stuff. So I don't know, is my honest answer. And I don't have an accurate count. It could be 375, it could be 425. I don't know. It's somewhere in that kind of range. I guess it's around 400, but I don't actually know. So there we go. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Watch out for news on the 24-hour stream coming soon. Oh, I promised a giveaway as well. Let's run a quick giveaway. Should we play marbles? Let me see if I can set marbles going really quickly. Let's do a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway for one of the prototypist hoodies. I don't have one to show you, but you guys can see them on the website. They're basically really nice, thick Sherpa hoodies.
Incredible.
Let's quickly load up marbles. Really nice thick Sherpa hoodies anyway, and we'll give one of those away. Oh, I have 6 F1ATXs. I don't have that many. They are super warm. Let me see if I can drop a link so you guys can take a look at these, the Sherpa hoodies. We're going to give them away. It's going to be one of the black ones most likely. Let me find the link. We'll give one of these away. Right, there's the link. So this is what we're going to give away, guys. One of these. We're going to play marbles for it. They're super, super warm. They're fully fleece lined. Take a look at this image. They're super, super cool. They're fully fleece lined. Look at that second image. That's what we're going to give away. I don't have one to hand to show you because they're in the workshop. But we're going to play marbles for it. Let's quickly flip over to the games tab. There we go. Right, okay. So we're going to play marbles for this. Let's just do a single race. Let's just do, yeah, single race. Let's just do a random map. Click on race. Okay. So when this comes up, guys, all you need to do is put ! play into chat. Don't do it just yet. Right, okay. ! Play into chat now. And then we'll be able to play marbles. So you just do ! Play. That will put you into the game. There you go. You can see I'm in there. And then we'll play a game of marbles. Whoever wins will get a free hoodie. There we go. Everyone around the... I've not played this map. I have no idea what this map does. It's a completely random one. But we'll give away a free hoodie. We'll ship it worldwide. Doesn't matter where you are. We'll ship it. All you need to do is just reach out to Omar if you win. Or Omar will reach out to you and he'll arrange for everything. And then we'll ship it out to you in a week or so. I almost forgot about doing the giveaway. Like, the most important thing. Right, come on, guys. If you want to be in this, you've got to be in it to win it. There's only 32 people in there. I'm going to hit the start button, but there's like 85 people watching. So if you want to be in it, you need to do ! Play right now. You've got 20 seconds to go before we actually start the race. So ! Play, get yourself in there. Here we go. Let's see who wins. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a bit like a roulette table. Like everyone going around. I don't know if it's possible to tell who's in the lead at the minute. Let's see who comes out the bottom first. Vendora 22 is way in the lead. I don't know if that lead's going to hold out. We've got a couple of loop-de-loops going on here. Big Iron is in second. Plenty of loops going on here. Whoa, look at that. Everyone going around the loop. Big Iron has taken the lead, apparently. Vendora 22 is back in the lead by quite some distance. Vendora 22 going for it today. Okay, so I think here we've got to jump in a second. We'll watch people go in. Vendora 22 still in the lead. Big Iron took the lead, all flying through. Big Iron got stuck though. Right, let's fly down to the other end, see what's happening here. Bit of a snake loop here going on. Big Iron, JQ27. I don't think it knows. A couple of people are dying. Joshio, sorry man. Vendora 22 still in the lead though. Can anyone beat Vendora? Celestial is on her way around. Both get stuck. Oh no! Both got stuck. Adam's on the way round. Celestial's in the lead. Now, what's going to happen here? Anything could happen here. Vendora's coming back. Adam's slowing down. Loads of people catching up now. Tex fell off the map there. Vendora's ahead, but is she going to stay ahead? Or are they going to stay ahead? Mark LJ coming in. Is this going to be a late win here? Mark LJ, there you go. You are the winner. Vendora 22 ends up in third, I think. Yeah, Adam gets second. Vendora... Oh no, Vendora gets fourth. Oh, third. There we go, third. Vendora got third. Celestial Ferry got fourth. There we go. Eneos came seventh. Thrax came ninth. Big Iron got 10th. Thorium got sixth. There we go. Z's taking up the rear up here. Jellymaster, Keep Goblin, and Z's. There we go. Come on, Keep Goblin, in you come. Let's wait for Z's. He is coming. He's somewhere near. There he is. Boom. Mark LJ, thank you so much that you are the winner. I will send you a hoodie. Reach out to Omar. He'll take your size and shipping details, and we'll get one of those out to you very, very soon. 6 seconds ahead. 6 seconds. That's pretty good. You got a 6-second lead against Adam. So well done. Well done. Right. Okay. There we go. Now that's the stream over. Jay's in the race. First-hand experience. Yeah. Got to play sometimes. Well done to everyone who entered. There you go. I'm so lonely. Thanks for keeping me company. I'm happy not to have died this time. Yeah, you did well, man. You did well. Right. Okay. There we go. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to be back next week. We'll probably build the F1 next week, unless something fun turns up in the middle of the week, which it may well do. We'll see. And I also have my Sagittarius to build soon. We're probably going to build my Sagittarius next week, actually. We'll probably build that first. So yeah, so I'll keep an eye out. This 24-hour build stream is coming soon, where we just build nothing but Matrix Lab keyboards. We've got Canes, we've got Abels, we've got MEs, we've got Xmas Pluses, we've got Mr. Hats, we've got all sorts of stuff. Vitas, Falcons, you name it. We have it. We're going to build them all on a 24-hour stream coming some point in May. We're going to do it as a bit of a subathon, so I'll let you know, guys, know when that's going to happen. We'll let you know on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll be back next week. I might do some midweek streams for some customer builds and some Lego builds, so watch out for those as well if you're interested. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays, and I'll see you on Instagram during the week. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.